Hello there, my YouTube friends. So I did say that I would once I had the results, which was I got yesterday, that I would do a video and put up letting you know what the results were. Now, some of you will have already seen something up, because my daughter shared something yesterday on our Facebook. So I do know that there is a few years do know. But for those that don't, have us on Facebook or have the kids on Facebook, then I'm going to give the results now. So, went in on the Friday. There was a long delay. I mean, a long delay, which didn't help matters for me at all. I was already thinking to myself, "Oh God, I've been brought in damned early. This surely cannot be that good." But I was just trying to keep that at bay, and every time I was having these negative thoughts and negative feelings, because obviously during this period of time that I've had, which is only a couple of days anyway, I don't care what you say, you do run scenarios in your head. It's as simple as that. It's part and parcel of the way humans are. You don't want to be caught unawares. You don't want something to totally throw a spanner in your works, as some things do. So you're always running scenarios in your head and pre-planning for them. That's the way we are. So that's what I've been doing. But whenever I was starting to go dark or negative with myself, I would always try and stop myself and go, no. You know what it is? No, it's not. She's going to tell you that it's great news. She's going to tell you that it's shrunk. She's going to tell you that it's gone. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Even though deep down you thought, that's probably not what's going to happen. That is not the scenario that's going to happen here, guys. It's not. It's you all know that the best case scenario, which is what I've been taught from the start, the best case scenario would always be that it stays stationary for a good while. That's the best case scenario. If not, it started to grow, which is what we're expecting, because I was starting to have issues with my headaches getting slightly worse, my hearing getting worse and slightly thingies. So that's what I was expecting, and that's. But I was still keeping trying to tell myself to stay positive, because that's the type of person I am. I want to stay positive. So we went in and we sat down. We saw that she was delayed by quite a bit. I think when we first went in, it was like 30 to 40 minutes. And I thought, oh, God, here we go. By the time it got around to the thingy, it was like an hour. She was an hour behind. So I thought she's obviously had a lot of people in. That just had to break some bad news too, and she will take the time. That's what's great about her. She will take the time to explain everything, to spend a lot of time if she needs to, for you to understand what's going on and get the grips to it. And if you're tearful and stuff like that, she'll spend time with you to try and sort it out, and then obviously she'll pass you off to the rest of the team to work with you. So I do know she's great like that. She's an absolutely fantastic woman for stuff like that. So eventually became my turn. I went in. There was no Rachel sitting there. I'd already seen Rachel knocking around, but I hadn't had chance to speak to her at all. But there was no Rachel in there, so I was like, okay, well, she doesn't need to be. She's obviously got other things to do within the hospital as well. She'll have other patients to see, so maybe she's just off with one of those. But Miss Uzier basically sat us down. She goes, okay, Mark, as you know, we had your MRI done. We have your results here, and I wanted to get you in fairly quickly to let you know what these results are. And that, again, my arse was starting to nip a little bit, thinking, oh Jesus, yeah, oh gosh, is now going to break this frigging news to us. It started to grow, and what my next thing is from there. And I went, okay, and what's the results then? She goes, well, I don't know how to put this, she says, but you've actually managed to make it shrink again. And I was, what? It's shrunk again. She says, and we've got no explanation for it, Mark, because it shouldn't have happened. I go, it shrunk. And she goes, yes, it shrunk. She says, you're actually defying the logic of this. This shouldn't happen. This scenario shouldn't be. Yeah, we've already told you that the best case scenario for you should have been that it was stationary, and that the fact that you were actually having other symptoms, we were expecting it to have grown, but yours has shrunk again. And I was like, bloody hell. She says, yes, I know. She says, it's great news. She says, we're really optimistic about this. Sorry about that, guys. I just had the dog being a nuisance there. Probably heard him bark at this freaking thing, and he started barking and barking and barking at us. I can't even remember where I was up to now. It's like to say, when she sort of told us that I sort of looked across at my wife, and my wife looked back at me, and she was like, I'm in shock. And I goes, this is unreal. And she goes, no, she's, we've got no explanation for this at all. She says, all I can think is that your positive mental attitude has been outstanding. And I mean, she said to the nurse, because the nurse that was in with her was a nurse that's never really been in with her before. And she sort of looked across at the nurse and she goes, this guy, I've never known a more positive guy in all my life. She says, he is unbelievably positive all the time. She says, he's never been negative about any of it at all. He's just always come in with a great attitude towards it all. She says, and that's all we can think about. That's honestly, we don't understand it at all. She says, and obviously I'm going to see you as usual. She says, but I want to see you again for another MRI in 6 months' time. She says, because we want to check this out. We want to find out whether this shrinks again. She says, because we can't tell you what sizes. They don't give it a size. They just basically shows with a shadow. You know, that's what we're seeing when we're looking at the MRI scan. We're just seeing that there's a shadow there, and there is still a shadow there. She says, so we're not willing to sort of go, you've got rid of it or anything else. That's just because it is still a shadow there. It's high possibility that it's still cancer there. She says, but for this period of time, we should have been looking at the fact of it possibly starting to grow again. She says, and yours has shrunk again. She says, that is just defying all logic for her. She says, and that is amazing. She says, we're just so freaking delighted. She says, and that's why I wanted to get you in so quick. She says, because it's such fantastic news for you. And I go, it is. I can't believe it. I'm in shock. You know, even though I'm trying to stay positive all the time, I'm still a realist. You know, I was still a realist and understood that this was something that, you know, would probably eventually bring us down, or not bring us down, but take us out, I suppose, would be the other way of putting it. You know, and that would happen eventually. You know, and that maybe, just maybe, that was what was already starting, and I would have to work hard on trying to slow that process down using my own sort of unconscious mind. My unconscious mind has been, because I've been working with it all the time, telling it what I want, telling it how I want it to be, telling it that I want it to get rid of it, telling it I want it to shrink it, that it has the power to do this, it has the power to know that this thing shouldn't be there, that it's not a natural part of me, it needs to shrink it, it needs to kill it, it needs to get rid of it. That maybe this is working. Yeah, I'm not going to hold out hopes of becoming cancer free, but it certainly, it sheds a new light on it all for us. You know, it makes that possibilities certainly a lot better to thingy. And I suppose in 6 months' time would be an even better telling spot, you know. But it does put us in a good mindset for that, you know. That in 6 months' time we will get to find out just whether this carries on shrinking, or whether we do start the process of it staying stationary or possibly the regrowth. But for now, for right at this present moment in time, we are at the present moment, it's shrinking. It's got smaller. It's defied logic. It's defied what the hospital thought would have happened, and it has got smaller, guys. Unfucking believable. It has got smaller. So I am just like, I'm finding it hard to process it, because as you've known, you know, that the way I've been with it throughout the whole thing, has seemed standoffish, and that's the way I am with it. It's been almost like I've been looking down on myself going through this process, not actually going through this process myself. It's like I have been witnessing myself go through this. And it's almost like the same thing's happening now that I've had this good news. It's like I am witnessing myself going through this process of being given good news and then sort of looking in on myself and going, right, how do you feel about this then, Mark? How was this for you? How does it feel? And it's too hard to put in words. At that exact moment when I was first told, the excitement was absolutely unbelievable. It was like the first time I'd been told I could go back to the gym, and the first day I was going back to the gym, I think if you've seen that video, you've seen how fucking excited I was. I was buzzing, absolutely buzzing. And for that brief moment of time when I was in then being told, I was buzzing, and nothing really went through my mind as such, but the fact is like, holy shit, how the hell? This is unreal. How the whoa? And even when I came out, and my wife again was still in shock. She was still like, "No, I can't believe this. This is unreal." I know. And when I was telling my mum on the phone and telling me kids face to face, I had to do it over the phone again. I was, per usual, the daughter had been asked to go into work early, so she had to get into work. The other daughter, she doesn't live with us anymore, and she was at work, so I sent her a message to say, look, get in touch with us as soon as you get this, so I can have a chat with you. And when I see my training partner Johnny last night and his girlfriend, who gave us a huge, huge hug. Johnny gave us a massive hug as well. She gave us a huge, huge hug. And they were absolutely delighted for us. And I was still in that sort of state of like, well, you know what to think, what to feel. I can't comprehend it all. It's just, it is sort of so unreal, that my brain's just not comprehending it properly. And I'm still sort of like, is this real or is this a dream? That's almost like the scenario I've got going on with myself. Is like, is this real or is this a dream? Am I just dreaming this, and am I going to wake up and go in and be told it's grown? But it isn't a dream. It's freaking reality. You're going to say it's reality because you're saying me putting this on video. So it's reality. It's going to hit me sooner or later. It's reality. It has shrunk again, and that is going above and beyond the expectations. It defies logic. And the only even partly thing we can use to say that why this has happened is that there is a lot more scar tissue there than we anticipated. It should have really gone by now, and what was left should have been literally the cancer. The shadow that we're seeing should technically have been the cancer still left. But we're holding out some sort of relative hope that your body is just very, very slowly getting rid of the scar tissue that was left from the radiotherapy and the chemotherapy, that it's scar tissue, and that your body is slowly but surely breaking it down. Now that scar tissue, if it's surrounding the cancer, wouldn't kill it, and it wouldn't technically stop it from growing, but it may stop them from seeing what's going on. So again, they're not willing to sort of say, hey, look, Mark, we think that there's a possibility that this cancer has been killed, that you've managed to do it somehow, and that your body is slowly just breaking this stuff down and getting rid of it. They can't say that for definite, because all they can see is that there's a shadow still there on the thingies, but they want to now sort of, because of this phenomenon that I've done, they're going sort of going, well, we want you back in. We want to find out what the fuck's going on here. We want to see if this carries on getting smaller, and what the fuck's going on, because we need to know ourselves. Is this something we've done, or is this something that this power of positivity can do for you? Can it possibly have done the impossible, which is to kill it completely? Because we didn't, even though they tell us that there was always a possibility it could kill it. They knew that the chances are it wasn't going to kill it because of where it was and how big it was. That it wasn't going to kill it, and that eventually, because the person's doing this terminal, because it would eventually kill me. And now they're at a point of going, oh, you know, we're not sure. We don't know what's going to happen. You've defied logic here with this. We want to now know ourselves what the fuck's going to think. Is this going to carry on getting smaller? Are you going to carry on killing this thing off and getting rid of whatever's there? Yeah, or is it eventually going to sort of turn the tides and go the other way? But right now, guys, I can be buzzing. Anybody that's wanted to hear this news with us, yous can be buzzing for us. Whether yous put it down to those that have prayed for us, whether you put it down to being yous have prayed to God for us and God has blessed us in your eyes, whatever works for you. That's what I can say, is whatever works for you. Because I know I don't believe in God. Okay, I know whatever happens now isn't down to fucking God. Okay, if you want to believe that it is, that is your belief, that is your system. If you want to pray for us and think it, that is fine by me, because I don't even care at the end of the day, as long as it works, as long as something is helping and getting rid of this thing. I don't care where it's fucking come from. You know what I mean? I'm happy as friggin' Larry. I don't believe in God. I don't believe it's God that's going to help us. I believe the power of positivity, the power of the universe alone, and stuff like that. And that's what I'm thinking on, you know. And I will carry on being the way I am. And even the doctors and everybody else has said, whatever you're doing, carry on doing it, because it's working. So just keep on keeping on, keep on doing what you're doing. And guess what? My way of celebrating last night wasn't to go out and get drunk like what most people would. Wasn't to go out and friggin' thingy. I done what I always do. I went to the fucking gym and I worked out. And I worked out fucking hard. And I fucking loved every minute of it. I had probably one of the better workouts I've had in a long time. And I pushed harder than I've ever done in a long time. Because I was just fucking buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. And I had a great workout and I loved it. And Leanne, who's Johnny, my training partner's girlfriend, she couldn't believe it. She's, why aren't you going to go out and celebrate? Why aren't you going to get pissed or something like that? This is my celebration, Pet. Being in here, doing this, and being able to train really fucking hard because I'm buzzing that much. I've got the double whammy of excitement, and I'm happier than I can ever be at right at present time. And I was really happy. You know, after getting a massive hug off her, a massive hug off Johnny, was unbelievable. So guys, I hope this has come out as good news for you as well, because I know there's going to be some a-hole out there that is cannot wait to hear the news that it's fucking going to take us down, and see how that process goes. And just keep on watching, guys. Those that want that and want to see that, keep on watching. It may happen, it may not. We never know. Whatever's written in the future is written in the future, and I've just got to wait till I get there, guys. So anyway, this has been long-winded again for such a short thingy that I could have done it dead quick. But as you can see, I'm buzzing. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. I'm still kicking ass. I never ever said I was going to fight this thing. If you remember rightly, I said I do not fight this thing. I live with it. Right now, how you living with it seems to be putting a bit of a scare on it. But as long as that keeps on happening, I'm happy as Larry, guys. I really am. Thanks so much for those that are watching. Thanks so much for those that give us support. I'm hoping this comes as good news to you guys as it does to me. And I know I will get some support of certain people. And thanks, guys. I really do appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, keep up. Keeping with us, guys. I love you to bits. Catch us in the next one. It's the Bearded Nerdy Oaf, and I'm out.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,
Okay.